And if you can be an advantage for more often using your character's best moves, then you're probably going to be winning the matchup, if that's what you're saying. Because I feel like both these characters have tools to combat each other. But once they're in the corner.
Not so much, at least not in this matchup between Suicune, since Absurd picks Suicune instead of Mewtwo. And you pick Cresselia.
So how do you think Ashikabi is going to get in? What tools will he use to get in?
He has to bank on Obscure making a mistake. He has to. If Obscure plays very solid and plays a very neutral-heavy game and keeps Ashikabi away from him, then Ashikabi has to take a huge gamble and a huge guess in order to get in and get his pressure started. So we'll see what happens now. Ashikabi won field phase first and then got put back in field. He won field phase for the second time, and he is pushing Obscure back to the wall, but with that counterattack trading, then they're now back at mid-screen, and Ashikabi has to take guesses and try to get Obscure back to the wall.
And it looks like it's going back and forth, but it looks like this is where Garchomp wants to be at. That's where he wants to be, trading hits in the center.
No.
He doesn't want to be there?
He doesn't want to trade hits. He does have a lot of health, but not to be trading like that. Not against someone like Suicune. Suicune can hold a lead very well, and that should be the round, yeah. Suicune can hold a lead very well, especially against someone like Garchomp. So if Suicune has a lead and they're trading hits, that does not help Garchomp at all. If Garchomp if it's something like a knockdown maybe, then that could help. But if it's not, then it doesn't really help Garchomp at all.
Okay, so right here we see Suicune in the corner. This is where you're going to be able to use some Santu mix-ups.
No, he hasn't done any Santus for Obscure from not doing CA on Wake Up. See, he's done CA on Wake Up, I think, every time so far, and Ashikabi hasn't been privy to it. So if he catches him once, it might convince Obscure to stop going and doing CA on Wake Up. But we'll have to see what happens. We have to adapt to that.
Oh, just going to crush that. We got the mix-up right here. What did he go for? He's going to burst out of that entirely.
Defensive burst. He went for he bet on that 5X, and it didn't work out for him.
Okay, so we're just going to go bounce out of that whole situation. Like you were saying, just zone him out.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Baiting the burst attack. That should be a free punish.
This is a full blast.
If he had waited just a little bit longer for for Garchomp to take eco damage from his burst attack, he could have ended it without having to take this extra chance. He kind of has sealed up in the bag right now. That's why he's playing around against Ashikabi.
Whoa, he's going to grab that burst. That's a true string, baby.
He deserves that.
And let's see. This is 11 seconds left, but I've seen worse.
If he shifts, that's okay. I don't think he can bring this back. Yes, he has to take a huge gamble to bring it back. And if Obscure just plays away, he can't really get back to him.
But just like that, though, towards the end, you saw how Garchomp was able to bring out that power and bring back. I mean, he was one mix-up away from taking that game, I think.
If he had gotten a field phase grab or a homing attack, it'd be very close. It probably would have been. He probably wouldn't have the health lead, but it would have been enough time for Suicune to get one last gamble or one last mix-up and like try to snipe Garchomp's next option, and that could have swung it back in Obscure's favor.
And do you think these supports are working in the Garchomp's favor here using Yveltal?
So Yveltal on Garchomp is still a good choice. It locks out the opponent's synergy, locks out the opponent's burst attack and the burst activation. Not a bad choice at all if he can get to use it. And it's going to let him get the chance to use it. As for the Cresselia pick on Obscure, personally, I don't think it's as good as a pick anymore. It has been nerfed recently in DX, having a longer charge time and not giving him much energy. But it still does give a lot of health and gets rid of the debuff if he was to hit with Yveltal. So it's not the worst option, just I think there's better options out there.
Oh, look at that grab. Just knowing he was going to stop and block, and he just went for that grab, taking him out of field, putting him in duel.
He has Ashikabi scared.
With punishing that drill right there.
Like right now, Ashikabi is playing Obscure's game, and Obscure knows all the answers. Like that was a perfect.
Yeah.
He didn't get touched once.
And like you say, he didn't get to use his support call that whole round.
Nope.
So let's see how he tries to get in this time. Little pocket sand, there we go.
Over there shield dancing, Obscure, stop playing, man.
Oh, here we go, the blender.
See, he's done Wake Up CA almost every Wake Up so far. So if he would just grab him on Wake Up, at least points of Phantom, or at least maybe 2 or 3 times. It might have persuaded Obscure to stop doing it. As Obscure says, Reckless prevails, like he probably won't stop doing it. But you know, it's free damage if you keep doing it, so why not?
And he's just sniffing out that jump in from the Garchomp with that nice counter and taking him into duel. And look at this combo. This is looking like a damaging combo. Okay, here comes the mix-up. Oh, he's going to burst out of it.
The defensive burst. Gotta get pressure back for himself.
Oh, he's going to punish that. What's the answer? Oh, that's the answer. Oh, my God. Did you see how much red is on there? Holy cow.
Nice.
Okay, he's chasing him down, hitting him with the sand. Yo, he's going to the beach. Oh, we got the... Oh, this is going to be super meaty, right?
Pop burst.
He's not going to be able to get out of this.
Pop burst.
Oh, he techs the grab beautifully, but he's got the
He
jump.
should be able to get over this. No, he got clipped. That should be around.
Great option coverage. You know, even though he got out of the tech, I mean, he teched the grab, but once he tried to get the jump out of there, he called that jump out with his own burst.
So something that Obscure could have done was after he landed, he could have pop burst immediately to get the counter frames on Yveltal and get his burst out faster, stop Ashikabi from getting any more pressure down. But I don't think he knew he could have done that because the freezing hitbox of Yveltal lasts quite a long time. So that's something that he might have been wary of.
Nice, just jumping over that, getting that crit, hitting him to the wall. Oh, I thought that would have been a wall splat for sure, but that didn't look like it. Oof. He's taking those counters on his shield, but I know there's a 2-part to that counter, so it's got to be difficult to know what to do.
So many tick throws.
That's a very aggressive, too. Like, usually this character is played a bit more defensive, but he is going in. Oh, he's going to burst. Oh, we never get to see this head.
Oh, man.
Look how majestic that dog horse pony thing is. Beautiful.
The most rude man with the most rude plays.
Solid play from Obscure.